Hello everybody, welcome to So Old Fashioned. My name is Katie and I'm here today to show you my day and night dress challenge makes at long last. The Day and Night Dress Challenge is the brainchild of Elizabeth from Elizabeth Made This. I explained everything in my Day and Night Dress Challenge intro video, so I'll link to that for you so you can have a look if you don't know what I'm talking about. And I will link you to the tag on Elizabeth's blog so you can go and see all of the other amazing dresses that have been made and shared there. And if you search the Day and Night Dress Challenge tag on YouTube, you will also find a whole bunch of amazing dresses, and there have been some fabulously creative interpretations of the concept, and they're all fun and they're all beautiful, and you should all go and watch them after you finish this one. I might as well start with the dress that I'm wearing, which is my coffee dress, and this was made from Gertie's Ultimate Dress Book. I made the basic bodice, I made a toile, which is a very, very wearable toile, thank goodness. I may wear it in my next video just to prove it. I graded between sizes for my waist because my waist is always in the set up from my bust and hip measurement, and sewed it up. I did 3/8 of an inch seam because it was just a little snug with 5/8, and it's just perfect with 3/8. I love it. It fits really nicely. There's this little bit here, there's a little bit of extra room there, but that's alright. It allows me to move my arms, and when you're playing the flute, that's important. When you're driving, it's a go road tripping in dresses like this, so yep, that's also important. But what I love most about this is the neckline sits flat. I never have that. Even when I choose a dress size based on my high bust measurement, it's horrible and gaping, but it's like Gertie designed this toile, this bodice for me, so thank you, Gertie, I really appreciate it. But I didn't have to do a full bust adjustment. The grading was enough, and just changing the seam worked fine. I did that because I was lazy. I didn't want to trace out another set of measurements, so thank goodness that worked. Obviously it has pockets because pockets are vital in any dress. The fabric I used is Cloud9 organic cotton, and it's very nice indeed. Someone has warned me that the blue will probably fade a bit as I wash it, so I just won't wash it. There we go. Problem solved. That's good for the environment too. But no, I will obviously wash it, but I might do spot washing rather than the full-on wash, which will definitely take its toll on the print. And look, it's covered in these cute little swans. And as I've mentioned, swans in Australia are black, so these are clearly English swans. Well, they're royal swans. The print is called Royal Swan. And it's beautiful. And as you will have seen from the photos, it goes perfectly with my new cardigan. And I'm very proud of this. I'm saying this to all of you, but particularly to Angela. I sewed the buttons on, Angela. As soon as I posted that photo on Instagram, I sewed them on. I'm so proud of myself. Yeah, give myself a little pat on the shoulder for that. But it goes so nicely with this, but it's a bit too warm to wear the cardigan with the dress at the moment. Now that was the casual dress. We move on to the cocktails dress, which you see on Madam behind me. I interpreted the brief a little bit for this. I don't really do cocktails, but my friends and I are very fond of a wine tour. Whenever we go away on holiday, we try to make sure it's a wine region or near a wine region, and we book ourselves into a tour because there's not much better than being driven around wineries and being forced to sample all the delicious wares. So I had that in mind. I thought mine would be more of a wine tour dress than a cocktails dress. I happened upon the pattern purely by chance. I bought it ages ago at a second-hand shop, and I was actually looking for a knitting pattern when I found this and thought, ooh, that could work for my wine tour dress. And I also had the fabric in my stash already for another second-hand find, cost next to nothing. And this is the pattern. It is undated, but clearly 70s in style because this is me, and it's really, really basic, and it also says super quick, so you know, that's a winning recommendation for a pattern sometimes, isn't it? And it would have been really quick because it's basically, there are basically 3 parts in this: an enormous sleeve, and an enormous back and front piece, and the belt. That's your 3rd piece, and it does go together really quickly because there are no zips, there are no buttons or anything like that. You tie it by running channels through the top and putting a ribbon through the channel. and that also gives you an interesting sleeve detail as well. I've decided to call it, it's not quite a cold shoulder, it's a slightly chilly shoulder. So just a tiny little gap, but it's really cute, and I didn't know that was in there initially. It was only when I looked a bit more closely at the pattern I went, oh, there's an interesting shoulder detail there. Who doesn't like an interesting shoulder detail? It did come together easily, but this fabric frayed so badly, and it's really floaty, so I knew it was going to be like the fabric I used for my lossy blouse, and I was going to need to pin, baste and sew instead of just pin and sew, because otherwise the fabric was going to go everywhere. And I also needed to do French seams, otherwise it was going to fray to pieces before I could even wear it and take photographs of it. So that added a lot of time to the construction, but even with that included, it did not take me that long, and I was a bit worried that it was going to be another sort of all boob ensemble, because it's basically a sack with a tie in the middle. You can sort of see there, that's the only thing that gives it shaping. I tried it on as soon as I was able to, once you got the neckline sort of completed, and it actually looks alright. I don't love it as much as my coffee dress, because this is proper fit and flare, but it's not the all boob sack tied in the middle that I was expecting, so that was a nice surprise. And with anything like this, you know, the sort of placement of the ruffles moves around, so you can never guarantee that it's going to be right. And even on Madam, it's sort of pulled weirdly at the back, but I don't have to see the back, so it doesn't bother me. Does anyone else do that? Like, there are a couple of puckers in my zip, and I went, it's on the back, I can't see it, not gonna bother me. So those are my dresses. I had a lot of fun making them, and sort of the good thing about making them similar colour was that I had the same thread in my sewing machine, so I could work on them both at the same time. Well, I could have anyway, because I have 5 million sewing machines, but my main one is the one that I use for both of these. I highly recommend that you have a look at all the other dresses that are being put up by the blogging and vlogging team, and just enjoy and be inspired. But don't forget, you can take part as well. It's open to everyone. We're just showing you what we've made and talking about how we made our choices. You can enter it and win so many amazing prizes. You have until the 5th of March to put your dresses up. On Instagram, make sure you tag it with the Day and Night Dress Challenge, and tag Elizabeth from Elizabeth Made This. I'll have a link to Elizabeth's intro post so you can find out all the rules there. So that is me for today. I'm looking a little warm, because it is a little warm out there. Put the aircon on, we'll be fine. I can feel autumn coming. I love autumn, my favourite season. Very excited. And then winter, and then spring, and so you know how the seasons go. It's all happening here. But before I go, I just wanted to let you know I might be sort of changing up the content a little bit on the vlog. I mean, nothing massively different. I'm not going to suddenly talk about, you know, engineering or becoming a motor mechanic or something like that. It's still going to be sewing and knitting, but I've been watching a few podcasts on YouTube lately and just thinking, oh, that's kind of nice, kind of rambly. I love doing videos, and if you do videos, you know that the editing takes way longer than just shooting and talking to people. And yeah, and now that I have my blog, I can sort of share the details that I would have put in a video normally that I like putting in, but then that takes extra time as well. So yeah, the point, there is a point to this. I know you're sitting there going, well, if there was a point, it's gone missing. No, it is here. So the point is I may be doing sort of longer, rambly, more chatty videos, and sort of following them up with a blog post, which I have been doing. So if you haven't checked out my blog lately, I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, interpretive talking. If you haven't checked out my blog lately, do pop on over there, because I put detail shots in there that you might not have time to see on YouTube. But I would like to cut down on my editing time here, so I can just chat and not worry that I've got to compress 20 minutes into 10 or something, because a lot of the podcasts are 20 to half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour. But I was also thinking they could be almost a bit weekly vlog as well, so I could do bits and pieces throughout. I don't know. All I know is it may change up a little bit, and I just want to give you a bit of a heads up. So thank you for making it this far. I really appreciate it. I do hope you have a go entering the Day and Night Dress Challenge, and I also hope that you are enjoying your crafting, your sewing, your knitting, whatever you do. I hope you're having a fabulous time, and I will catch up with you all again very soon. So until then, goodbye.